You are now tuned in to allrealradio.com, where we make the world better.
And we are back. You're listening to Cherry Brew here on All Real Radio. And we are very excited because it's Wednesday and we are being joined in the studio by Lord Canty and Lord Mickey of the Thrift Lords, or Lords of the Thrift. And yeah, thank you guys for being here. They're our Houston rap duo. Been doing their thing here for a while and using like all kinds of art and fashion and the iterations of your art form. So
absolutely,
welcome.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
Grand Rise, my brothers. All right, so Lords of the Thrift, man. So how'd you come across the name? Tell me about it.
Oh man,
you want to let them know, bro? I mean,
yeah. All right, so before like we really came up with that name, originally we was just really tight. Like we've been friends since high school, and like before thrifting was what it is now, that's where we really were.
Yeah.
And like we was buying a lot of the things where you see a lot of the vintage market is getting a little saturated, but I am happy that it's a lot of love there right now. But we was in Goodwills, we was in Salvation Army,
Savers.
we was in thrift stores that didn't even have
no more.
Yeah. So that's where we got like a lot of our gear, and we was at the point so where like we didn't have, money to get fly like everybody else. We had the taste, but we didn't have the money. So a lot of the pieces and a lot of the clothes in our closet originally comes from the thrift stores.
Right.
And then we came to utilize and understanding like, this is not just something that we have in our closet. This is a way of life for us.
Yeah.
And we were just in it so much, and we were just like, look, like that. Let's call ourselves Lords of the Thrift.
Okay.
And like the reason why I have my name Lord Mickey is because vintage Mickey was something that I was sourcing a lot.
Right.
I was buying like a lot of vintage Mickey for like 50 cents. $2-3, like I was digging in. I was digging in the dirt.
Right.
And Lord Conti, he was like, "Hey man, why won't you just come up with the name Lord Mickey?" And I'm like, I don't know. I'll think about it.
Yeah.
And that was just something that we stuck with.
Okay.
And my friend here, he's really big on anime, so I'll let him share the name of why he has Lord Conti.
I mean, Lord Conti is based off of a popular anime called Fooly Cooly, or FLCO. It's a very dope anime. But he's just a character that I always really gravitated towards. He didn't say much, but he did a lot of like amazing things in the show, and I always liked him. But I mean, when it comes to like the name Thrift Lords, though, it was like when we're talking about way of life too, though, it's like I feel like when we're talking about thrifting, the thing about it is it's not just like it's not like everything we're like, oh, we're just so like we're just into thrift all the time and everything we do was like the thing about thrifting though is like you're taking something that someone does not appreciate and then utilizing it and taking it somewhere where they couldn't even imagine, like these clothes that we're wearing for most part, it'd be clothes that, people they not into no more. They think, it's out of style or something like that. And then next thing you know, everybody at the party like, yo, where you get that shirt from, man? Yo, how much, bro? That shit's fire. You know what I'm saying? And like, when we talk about like the beginning of like, the Thrift Lords, it was like, we're talking about probably like 2012. Like I said, this is like no disrespect, but it's like like Macklemore, or like the whole thrift shop song. So it's like, we could be in thrift and there was like gems. There was like old polos, stuff that now you go online, worth like hundreds of dollars. It's in $2 bins, before now Goodwill, they over here, you got t-shirts in Goodwill for like $20, $30. Whereas back in the day, you can get it for, but we was in there just really developing our style and taste. And this is when like Tumblr started to become a thing. So, I started to notice, these posts that like on Tumblr where people wearing these vintage Tommy Hilfiger, I'm like, these are in the thrift store for like $3 or something like that. So we was like, a lot of some of my grails are still from like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Yeah, I totally get it, man, because I come from a thrifting background. Shout out to my grandmother.
Yeah, we all
You know what I
did,
mean?
man. We all did, yeah.
So my grandmother, Saturday mornings, we hitting garage sales.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I
That's what
mean?
it said.
So I got used to that. Like, people know me now. I'm driving, I see a garage sale.
Yeah.
I'm more than likely gonna stop.
Yeah.
'Cause I know what you're talking about. Because when I moved here in 2005, not only did people not thrift, people didn't go to Marshalls, people didn't go to Ross.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That people were like what?
Yeah.
Literally, I'm like, dang, y'all don't really, because they didn't see it as high quality enough at the time. But we had that crisis that happened with the, with the real estate sector, and that crash. I think was part of that thing too, where people
really?
like the money changed,
Yeah.
and people more started leaning on like, maybe nothing's wrong with this, because like. It's a place, it's closed now, and I'll say the name now, but I never would even tell people about it unless in LA, it was a place called Alpine Village.
Okay.
Where you go on Saturday, Sunday, everything you could possibly think you wanted thrift-wise is there.
Okay.
People pulling up in vans, open up blankets with just stuff,
Okay,
dollar
like a
stuff.
flea market almost type thing.
It was a flea
Okay.
market.
Yeah.
So dollar stuff that I started seeing, it's like, dude, I would be here later, and I'm like, man, like you say, people selling these shirts for 20, I get that for 50 cents.
Yeah.
$1.50.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I was like, oh, things have totally changed.
Yeah. And it's crazy, dude, because, like, it's poetic how life go, though, because, like, like, when I was, like, a kid, my mom used to take us to the Savers all the time, and I hated it. I used to be
Savers?
like,
What is that?
It was, like, a big thrift store that,
Okay.
they used to have a few of them in Houston. Like, the one we went to was off, like, Fondren and something. I think
It's not far from where Sharpstown used to
Yeah,
be.
it was literally like right up the
Okay.
block from Sharpstown, where it used to be back when it was Sharpstown. But like, we used to go there, and I didn't know what it was, and this was like a kid though. I didn't know what it was, but I used to just be like, she'll go in the store all the time, just be mad stuff, and I used to be like, bro, like. That's back when Walmart was like, they had the game section. So I'm like, can we go to Walmart? I can play a video game at least.
Right.
Like, there ain't nothing to do here. But like, it's just funny and poetic how life brings you back full circle to where he's like, his mom would, because, he really the one who got me like into thrifting. Because like I said, I ain't like it. So like, he would be like, yo, he'll come through with some pieces. I'm like, dang, that fila is crazy. He had like crazy lime green. I'm like, man, I've never seen that. And he's like, oh, my mom picked it up from the thrift. I'm
Right.
like, really?
Yeah.
So then that's when we started like, okay, man, let me go thrift with you. The next thing, like I said before, the Tumblr thing, like, oh, this is where, and it just kind of all came together.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, your time has changed, man.
Yeah,
man.
Now you have like markets everywhere. I mean, it's good. It's good to see, but it's also like
They holding out the game.
They getting over, man. The game. It's no game anymore.
There ain't no respect, and it's all
It's
like,
not.
and everyone like the thrift stores. That's the worst part, bro. That's the worst.
Oh,
The thrift stores are treated, and I'm not talking about like that's the thing. Since we here, you know what I'm saying. For the people listening, we might as well break it down. Like, look, man, this is the thing, right? Okay, when we're in this game, there's thrift stores, there's vintage boutiques, and there's resellers, right? Resale shops or just resellers. Period.
Yeah.
The problem is, right? Okay, the thrift store is supposed to be for everybody. Everybody can come here. My mom, all of us can come here and pay $1, $5 for this T-shirt that someone gave up to them for free. For free. And you know what I'm saying? And you sell it to me for $5. For the less fortunate, we can buy it now, right?
Yeah.
Now these thrift stores got these kids or these other, like people our age or something like that, which they should be ashamed of themselves because they over there in them giving them the game and telling them, oh, well, this doll right here is worth 50 on eBay. They researching everything. So now you go into a thrift store, you like, okay, cool. I just came up on this Mickey Mouse plush or something like that. For me, maybe the resale or whatever. It's in there for like $30.
Yeah.
Bro, this is supposed to be for 5 sets. Like this is not, you know what I'm saying? This and it'd be like, it's crazy because like now they do this thing where it's like anything with a name brand.
It's on a special rack now.
Yeah,
So
right in
But
the
it don't even
rack.
be heat. It don't even be heat. It don't
First
even be
rack.
fire,
Yeah,
bro. The boutique rack, and it don't even be fire.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, this is just a polo shirt,
Right.
For like $30. Like, dog, I could just go to Sears.
Yeah.
Right.
Don't let it
Yeah.
be a polo bear. If it's a polo bear, oh,
No, but see, here's the thing, though, right? If it's just a polo bear, and it don't say polo on it, they might have it there for $5 because they don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like
Yeah.
the thing about it is, people like us, we still find gems in there because we're not necessarily looking for everything that everybody want.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But like, it just be like things. I'm like, okay, let me cop this shirt, this Nike tee.
Yeah.
You selling it for what I'm gonna sell it for? Like,
Right.
why am I here for?
Why would I
Like,
buy it?
that's-
Yeah.
man.
I feel you because like how, real thrifters will pass things up that's not for them, not
Yeah,
the whore.
exactly.
Like you mentioned the bears, those weren't my thing, and I knew that people liked them though.
Yeah.
But I'm not taking it because I'm not gonna use it.
Yeah.
That's for somebody that's coming looking for that. I'm
Yeah.
running through them looking for the things I'm looking
Yeah,
for.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm not just grabbing. Oh, I can go resell.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
See,
you got your
and-
own taste.
Yeah, exactly.
People like us, we can be okay though because we don't necessarily want everything that's like popular. But it's hard though now because you got the whole it's a mob of people in there trying to resell. So it's harder for us to go look for certain things. So, but
Yeah, so whenever I've gone with Drew, because I grew up, my dad loves antiques.
Okay,
So
for
it's a
sure.
little
Nice.
different.
Yeah.
I'm looking at a couple different things, but when I go with him, it's usually like the outskirts of Houston or out of the city.
the locations be mattering too.
Yeah, big time. I used to love Sand Dollar on Harrisburg.
Oh yeah,
if you know
dang.
about that was my fave.
Have we
We just
been
shot a
there?
video over there.
It's gone now, but
It's like downtown, right?
it's on Harrisburg, like in Magnolia, the East End.
Are you talking about the fire sale? Where the fire sale used to be right there behind Sears?
I think so. I think it's like an antique store right across
Oh.
from that $10.
I don't know.
No,
Maybe
I
I'm
don't
thinking
think
about it.
so.
Yeah, I'd have to
Location.
see it. I'd have to
Yeah,
see it.
they're gone now. There used to be a lot of fire sales down Harrisburg too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you guys are out here thrifting. You're finding the things, and you forged your friendship.
Mm-hmm.
How do you get into music?
I mean, well, we've been into music for a long time. We used to, we met in high school in a cypher. You know what I'm saying? It was a long time ago. So, like, I've been doing music a long time. And before, he would rap, but, like, he used to go by Black Knowledge. You feel me? It's still Black Knowledge. You just changed
Right.
it to Cashmere Mahogany for legal purposes. But, yeah, I mean, we were just hanging out a lot more because we were a part of, like, a bigger group, like a bigger friends group. Shout out to all the homies, Double SK, Casey Jones, Joey Winway, and all the people. But, yeah, like we kind of like broke off from the group and like we just started making music together. And I guess Thrift Lords came about because it was like we just started experimenting. And around the time, like I said, I was on Tumblr a lot, and it was like basically like it's like a website, it's like I don't even know how to describe Tumblr, but Tumblr is like an awesome place for like images and like mood boards and whatnot.
Yes.
And one thing we started getting into like just a certain mood board of like box cars, and like we started getting into this music called vaporwave, and like we started like making a different sound for ourselves. And once we made a song called Lemonade Blades, actually, like we had been like playing around with like different songs, but when we made that song, I was like, yeah, I think this could be like a thing because we actually sound like a group here. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, this sounds like a thing. So we did that, and then we met up with our homie Myriad Pro, or Alternate Skies, shout out to him. He was like making beats that was very similar to like what I was making, but he was like taking it to a whole different level and really, really tapping into this music called vaporwave. And vaporwave is like it's a type of music where it's basically like producers sampling like 80s or 90s R&B, or like it's like they look at a certain thing like jazz music, like Paul Hardcastle or something like that. Like lounge music. Really, it's really like slowed down lounge music,
Right.
or like Anita Baker type, like that sector of like R&B and jazz. And it's like a whole world of like producers that did that. And this was like when it was really in its budding stage in like 2012, and he was like a person that was into it, but we just kind of really tuned in with him, and then we just made this whole entire thing that we are now. You feel me?
And then to add on to what he was saying about vaporwave, me and Lord Conti, we always kind of say that DJ Screw is the godfather of vaporwave because DJ Screw, like
really started here.
Yeah, he really started it. Out here, we listen to Screw. You know, that's what we live by as Houstonians. But DJ Screw has so many styles of the way he chops, the way he mixes, and the way he slows certain things down.
Yeah.
So vaporwave, to a certain extent, is a sector of the way he chops and screws.
One of his styles.
Yeah, one of his styles, and it's a certain sound that DJ Screw has with certain joints that he slows down. And vaporwave is pretty much like an extension of what DJ Screw pretty much started, and it's different styles. It's like alternative. It's really like alternative Southern production in a way, but it's still like it still has like a funk to it, but it's classy in a way as well. And it's not the interesting thing about us is that like it's not many people who rap on that type of sound.
We got to be the first from Houston to do it.
Yeah, and then we have Virtual.
Yeah, shout out Virtual.
So shout out to Virtual. So it's not many rappers who rap on vaporwave. So we're probably one of the first ones to really claim rapping on that subgenre.
Yeah.
Wow, that's dope. I remember, cause I've come back and forth to Houston like all my life since I was little. I'm originally from LA, but my family's from here, and I remember the Screw song. I remember being from LA and hearing like, oh, that's banging. It was a Cindy Lauper, Time After Time.
Okay,
so you know what I mean? Yeah, that slowed down.
And
was
that's
like,
what I'm saying. That's some vaporwave type shit right there.
Yeah, and I haven't heard that again in a very, I don't know if it was off of one tape or whatever, but I remember at the time. I don't remember what year it was when I was here.
Yeah,
but that was like the jam,
and that's a vein of Screw they don't talk about. It's always like the. Like I don't even feel like Houston all the way appreciates Screw the way it should. I feel like people even in Houston talk about one sect of Screw. Yeah. Like DJ Screw had a whole universe as far as sound.
Yeah.
And that is a part that time after time, whether it's Forget Me Nots, slowing down Brandy and stuff like that. And like I said, that technique birthed like a whole subgenre. Right. And many other ones.
Yeah, I can see that because the songs that I knew of weren't like hip hop songs. It wasn't none of that. It was other songs that he was taking, slowing down, and it would be a whole nother song. But you knew the song.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? That's what I know about Screw.
Yes,
nice.
Yes.
So you guys, so then you got the fashion, you got the thrift, you have the music, you kind of find your place. So like, how are you existing like in Houston? Because I don't know, like we know a lot of artists and in a lot of different genres, and it can be like where it seems as though they can get so far, or maybe they're just thinking so far in the city. So like, how do you exist? Like, what are you creating? How are you putting it out there? And also, I didn't ask you, like, you said you guys met in high school, but like how long is that? I want to age y'all, but y'all been doing this for a minute.
All right, yeah, no problem. So as far as like the music that we're releasing and how like where we exist as artists in Houston, right now like we're independent, and a lot of the stuff that we're doing is on our own. So it's just us. We do have a couple people that help us out, especially like with our visuals. Shout out to Rayon 5000. He's in charge of
5,000 now, but
he's in charge of like all of our like visuals, and we only shoot on VHS cameras.
Okay,
that's cool.
Yeah.
So everything that we have visually is all VHS. Is not a filter that we put on there. We actually like
ain't no filter, bro. Ain't no app, bro.
We actually take out the camera. We also we was talking about using like old like flip phones for a couple things in the future. So a lot of our stuff is like we're tracing back to to things that we once embraced as kids, and we're bringing that with us. So that's where we are visually, and then even when it comes to releasing our music, we do have music on all platforms, but we do have physicals that are on cassettes.
Oh, dope.
And then we was also thinking about dibbling and dabbling in actual records as well, selling like albums, vinyls. So it's safe to say that, like, although we are in the day and age of today, we are also not there at the same time, because we live in the present with the day and age with streaming and everything, but our life is analog, and we try to bring that to all of the listeners, and the sound that we try to build.
That's dope. Like, I was watching the video thing. What song was that on Pitchfork? That
75 on 16.
So I did. I heard that song. So when I was looking to, it's cool because you guys have I don't know, that's a 90 something Volvo.
Oh man,
you know what I mean?
R.I.P. to Volvo, man.
Oh man,
R.I.P. to Volvo. It's on the cover, so it's forever immortalized.
Right.
But R.I.P. that Volvo, the peanut butter Volvo. If you was out here riding, you seen that Volvo. But we're gonna be back though.
Right.
We're gonna be back though.
That was my baby, man.
Yeah, I feel you.
That car, that was my first like car that I really loved. That was her name was Joycelyn.
Joycelyn.
She was named after my grandmother.
Right.
And man, I really had intentions on keeping that car for a lifetime, but my transmission went out, and during that time, staying at the apartment, you know, when you stay at apartments, if they put that out the way, if they put that orange sticker on there,
it's gone.
Either you bring it to somebody else's place, or you know, you find a way to move it around. And since the transmission went out, I couldn't really drive it, so. I had to.
I feel you, man, because I had a Volvo. I had an 87 station wagon. Ooh, you know what I mean? So, you know, I love that Volvo.
Those,
you know what I mean?
The ones.
Transmission
boxes,
went out.
Bro,
The
turbo
box.
bricks. That's what they call them.
Yeah. Yeah, it was green with peanut butter interior. Ooh, I missed that Volvo station wagon.
See, that's those are our favorite colors.
I was about to say, that's really like the thrift lord colors.
Yeah,
like
those are our
butter
favorite
and green,
colors.
like that's really like the TL colors. You know? If you look at our color, our cover, that is the actual color. So it's like,
yeah, those are the years, man.
Talk about Eyes on the Butterfly.
Oh man,
what is that about?
I mean, Eyes on the Butterfly is basically like our series where we just take you behind the scenes of like us recording, you know, trying to bring you more into it, and like us recording these videos, recording these songs, trying to give you more behind the scenes of what we do in the process and whatnot. You know, you're seeing, I mean, you hear from the jump, man, because, you know, when you're talking about us in the beginning, you know, when you're talking about how we exist in music, it's like I said, it's a lot of DIY. Yeah. You know. And as far as existing in like music, is like, you know, we're trying to build a community, man. Because like, you know, I feel like in Houston, there's not really much of a community, you know, and I feel like nobody wants to say that, you know, because everybody wants to act like it's lit. But it's like, I mean, maybe in certain, I feel like when you're talking about like street rap, there's more of a community, you know, like, because there's the DJ that'll play the street rapper. There's the strip club you can go to. There's the radio station, you know, you can go to Say Cheese. Like, there's a whole circuit you can go. I feel like when you're talking about like whether it's lo-fi, whether it's neo soul, vaporwave, or alternative rap, there's no sector in like Houston for that. One time though that we did have that, and I have to give you props, Risky, is when like Milky Way was like a thing. I ain't forgot that.
Milky Way.
Yo,
yeah, shout out to
hey, bro, I was there.
Okay,
I
didn't know that.
Thing. You
Same.
feel me?
Both
like,
of us.
Yeah,
that was a time. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah.
like, Houston ain't seen something like that since then. Like,
Say it again.
Houston, no.
Yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying?
It was a period, man.
For people who don't know, like, do your Googles, man. Like, shout out to Bobby Earth, Chase and Nazareth, Peyton, all them, B Honey, all them. Like, that was a time.
Brandon Willis.
You know what I'm saying? Like, see, and that's the thing. It's like, I kind of want to bring that energy back where it's like a movement of people on this one sound, not even just one sound, but it was like there was so many things that branched off from that.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like we haven't really had something like that since then. And it's like, I want to bring something like, I want us to be a part of that. It's like,
Right.
but
Yeah.
niggas in Houston be too cool, or, they think they bigger than they are or something like that. And it's just like, let's just humble ourselves and start small and just bring it all together. So Eyes on the Butterfly is us sending out our resume.
Yeah.
So you can see we really doing this. We're not just like, like we really shooting these videos. We really recording these songs. We really like writing these raps. We really making these beats. Come rock with us, bro. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
But either way, we're gonna do it regardless. So it is what it is.
And then we even get a little more personal because like you see what it looks like when we're in the studio. Like
Dirty studio.
yeah, like when we
Right.
we get our stuff mixed down and mastered at official studios. But when it comes to recording, we in the garage.
Right.
We had
With no AC. Hey, go to Eyes
Like
on the
Olympic
Butterfly.
Village.
Bro.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, like this some hustle and flow type shit.
And if you look closely, because although we thrift, but also if you look closer, you can see like a lot of loose patterns and pins.
Yeah, from
and
us making clothes.
Yeah, like mock patterns of clothing design. So we also, because another thing when it comes to the thrifting, if we don't see what we want in a thrift store, we don't let that hinder us. We make it ourselves.
Yeah.
So sometimes we use thrift stores as like a Walmart in a sense. So it's not just clothing. We actually go there and try a little bit of game. We actually go there and actually find like sheets, curtains, and we make one of ones.
Yeah.
So so you can also get a glimpse of that when you watch Eyes on a Butterfly.
That's dope, man. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, and you're right about the music community here. It's it was not like some ratchet like get it from the mud thing, which I don't understand still. Things don't get any light.
Yeah.
And that's what we're working on here at this station.
I love that.
It's
Yeah.
giving that light so people can have another place to go. Because there's a lot of stuff you're not going to hear here. Not because I'm just like, hey, I don't want to play it. Because I like some ragged, rough shit sometimes.
Yeah.
But if it's whack, it's whack.
Yeah.
If you can't rhyme, you can't rhyme. I don't want to hear you if you can't rhyme.
Yeah.
Man.
Exactly.
Not
You know
just
what I
because
mean?
you hot with a street team and y'all got like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Whack is whack.
And sometimes production can only do so much.
Yeah.
Beats can only carry you so far. If that's the case, I might as well just listen to it. Just listen to the instrumental.
Right.
That's true. So when it comes to like what you're talking about, like talk a little bit about that. If people like dive in and everything, what are they gonna hear about? What are they gonna learn?
Oh man,
we talking about everything. Shit.
yeah.
What don't we talk about?
Yeah, it's especially our lifestyle. Like, like me. Look, I know we in TSU community, but I graduated from Prairie View A&M University.
All right.
And I majored in English, and my minor was African American Studies. So if you listen closely, you can tell that like lyrically, I'm very Southern and very lyrical, but also I'm heavily conscious, and I try to teach in my music, whether I'm talking about Claudette Colvin or whether I'm talking about Mary Van Britten. I had a bar in
Third Eye Open. Like
yeah,
Mary Van
I had a bar in this song we just put out called Hold That.
Yeah.
And I said Third Eye Open like Mary Van Britten. And Mary Van Britten is an African American sister who was in charge of helping develop security cameras.
Okay,
So
didn't know that.
So I use it as my way of educating. No, I'm not. I'm like all respect to KRS. Because he's one of the few legendary rappers that drop knowledge. It's a plethora, but KRS-One was somebody that I looked up to. But I started to understand that like, okay, I can do this. But Common, he's actually one of my favorite rappers, and it's like, oh, okay, well I could do this too. But Common he does it in a very fly way.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, so I and then when I listen to Nas too, a lot of people know Nas is he on that gangster rap, but at the same time, he's also somebody who educates through his lyricism. Especially when you talk about I Know I Can, and he's there's so many albums. So it's like, okay, so all right. So I learned from those artists, and it's like okay, well yeah. So that's how I like to use like rap in a way of educating, but also having fun in a way.
Yeah, that's dope. Like I know I can when my kids are elementary, I will play that for them every morning on the way to school.
Yeah.
I will play that and then Don't Worry, Be Happy. So we'll be pulling up.
Oh man.
You know, those are the two things they're gonna hear every morning.
Okay.
But,
So that's a good way to start the day, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
But we also like talking about fly stuff. Like we like talking about polo. We like talking about driving around on the highway, Volvos.
75 on 610. We going 75 miles on 610.
Right.
You play that when you on 610 going 75 miles. That's
Sound about the
song.
right speed limit.
There
Yeah,
you
right.
go.
You know
That's
what I mean?
something that like you got to be from here to know. Like we also want to bring, we want to also talk about, because like, you know, for the most part, like we're from the west side of Houston, and it's like, you know, I mean, you got Toby Anigwe now, shout out to him. You got Maxo Cream, shout out to him. But you know, I feel like there's nobody talking about like that, because you know, for the most part, the part of the west side like we're from, it's like the outskirts. You feel me? Like we're from like the outskirts of Houston, so it's like I want to talk about life from that point. It's, you know, with Houston, it's like it's a very, very prideful place, but it almost feels like it gets to the point where it seems like everybody's experience is exactly the same. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody got all slabs in their backyard. Everybody, and I love it. It's awesome. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, no one's talking about West Oaks Mall. Ain't nobody talking about Sharpstown. Like ain't nobody talking about like, I don't know, like everything. Like Houston is more than that. You know? So we want to paint Houston through like a different view, and we can't help that. You know.
Yeah. I feel you. It's like L.A. Everybody like in L.A. is not all low riders and gangbanging.
Exactly.
It took
You know
people
what I mean?
like Odd Future coming though to make people realize, okay,
things
like
are
skaters
different.
here.
Yes, it's a whole different.
Yeah.
It's a whole different thing that's going on. You know, like the Good Life Crew, Jurassic 5, all these Far Side.
man.
Like there's a whole nother culture there, and it's not all about gangbanging. They intertwined though.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
you know,
they was in it too.
they definitely intertwined, but it's not just that.
See, but that's the thing
You
about
know.
LA. You guys got that. Y'all got y'all Far Side period. Y'all got man, like y'all got a whole backpack side to LA. You feel me?
Right.
Houston never had that. Houston never had like everything's been like, and that's cool.
Yeah.
And some of the stuff like Scarface you could throw in there, but for the most part. People just see it as gangster rap. You know what I'm saying? People know about K Reno, but even still, it'd be like they would still think that's gangster rap.
Yeah.
Even though I would argue when you talk about people like Zero and Chameleonaire, like they're lyricists. Like they touch on real life too. But like I said, we've never had that like you're not street, but you know the street, and it's like you rapping over different. You know what I'm saying? Like we've never had that here. We never had an Outcast.
Y'all almost had it though. I don't even know. So there's a dude out here named Kruger.
Okay.
When you guys get a chance, look him up.
Appreciate it, man.
So, but the thing is, when I moved here, so 2005, I ended up, shout out to T Nitty and these dudes from the North Side. I used to manage a group called Nothing But Heat.
Okay.
So, but T Nitty's brother was a dude named Kruger, K. Ruger. This dude lyrically,
Sounds familiar,
he was a beast. He was really supposed to be the first person signed from the South by Jay-Z. Jay-Z basically signed him. But he never said anything because dude killed himself before this happened. So I'm telling you, if dude would have came out, what we know Houston hip hop shit would have been a whole different piece, man. Because the stuff we talking about, that's what he was on. But he from that background of the things we talk about. But that's not what he was rhyming about. That wasn't his style.
And let me not act like we're the first, because no, there was people like the Hugh out there.
Big shout out to the Hugh.
Frank D'Amato, you know what I'm saying, doing this thing. Like there's people who are doing like backpack or like, you know, over like certain, but like it never got big. It never like no one. It just always feels like, you know, when you say certain, when you show certain, like, oh, y'all on that type shit. But that's what's up, man. But like it just stays there. It's not like you know, it's not like, oh, like I feel like I said, we come talking about we selling dope and we know we gotta market it right. Okay, yo, I know exactly who to hook you up with.
Exactly.
But, like,
but that's
when you
not
on
us.
some other shit, it's like, oh, that's what, man. Y'all keep doing. Y'all on that real shit.
But you
feel
know,
me?
it's a trip to me because Houston as a city, man, it seemed like they were trying to adopt this hood ass moniker for even as a city. You know what I mean? Like Hustle City. You're making this place seem like this is all this is about.
That's the problem.
And it's not just all about
It's like
that.
they try to make it like monolithic, and it's just like, you know, I don't know, man. I don't really rock with that because it's like, you know, And the thing is, I know that these rappers and whatnot, they know about this other side. And they don't ever, it just feels like, honestly, man, like, I'm being real. I feel like they waiting for niggas to go viral. But they waiting for one of these backpack, they waiting for it to get big. For us to be like, oh, let's rock with it. Other than you're talking about Toby and Nigwe. Toby and Nigwe is the closest to that. But even still with Toby, it's like, he's got a whole visual component. Like, it became like his shit became like an event. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're going to dress him up. Who's going to be in this video? So it's almost beyond the music at that point.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about there's a whole scene.
Yeah.
If you came out rapping about Screw or something like that, you got a whole lineage you can get into. We never had that type of lineage, and I feel like that's what we want to start. I'm not saying that we finna be all just lyrical miracle and we only putting on people who like that, but I'm like, we got to blend it.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, Erykah Badu from Dallas.
Yeah.
Right.
A lot of this soul shit, like
Four
DJ
backs.
Premier's from Houston.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like, you low-key look at it, that type of style of hip-hop, a lot of it come from Texas.
Right.
But we never embraced it in Texas. Hence why it took DJ Premier going to New York.
Right.
It took, like, I don't even think niggas realize Erykah Badu's from Dallas. You would think she from Philly, or you would think she from somewhere in the
a
East
lot of
Coast.
people don't know that.
You feel me? So
Right. Yeah, I agree, man. You know, but the great thing about this, like what we're talking about, there's still room for it to happen.
so much room.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it
Because
is,
people are
man.
tired of that other. That's what I like too about the Kendrick and Drake beef. Kendrick stood on for something where a lot of us are like, we are tired of this. There is something else.
Yeah.
You shouldn't just be able to have a beat and bang and have some girl turn around and twerk and you got a hit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What else? What you talking about? What have you done? What is the content to your rhyme? Is there
Exactly.
anything in there, anything uplifting? You know what I mean? You mean to tell me everything you do is low vibration?
Man.
Yeah.
We all want to party and bullshit, but hip hop was
Moderation.
right. Hip hop was came from a need and a help for our communities.
Yeah.
You know, so we can't leave that part out. If you do, you've stepped away from it.
Exactly.
And I think a lot of people have stepped away, and it's just because we can see it. It's like, it's all up, like I say, get it from the mud. So you mean to telling me you can do anything you want to do and you can harm as many people as you want to as long as you make sure you and your family good? Yeah, and I don't think it's right. So I'm excited about music and stuff like that you guys are talking about and movements like that because this is what's needed.
Yes.
Most definitely.
You know, so we'll start getting some of these shows that maybe pass over Houston now.
Yeah.
You know, because a lot of them pass us.
Oh, no,
because,
they'll come.
You know,
But like, that'd be this. They'll come, and then the promoters don't book, bro. Like, you know, like I don't know, somebody will come, some neo soul artist, something like that'll come, and like the niggas in Houston don't book the neo soul type niggas in Houston.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's like, what are we like? Where's the representation, bro?
Yeah.
Where is it?
I'm going to see PG Morton next week. I wonder who's
Yo,
going to
he
be
nice.
opening for him.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna be out of town that week, man. And
Yeah.
I wanted to get tickets from my wife and I to go there.
Yeah,
man.
me and my wife going.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man, I already know he's dope, bro.
Yeah, he's dope.
put me
Yeah,
on.
man. I appreciate you guys, man.
thank
Keep pushing, doing your thing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
How do people get in tune with what you're doing and, follow, like, get in contact?
Well, like we use Instagram. So actually, we have like a lot of ways you can get in touch with us. So we use Instagram as like our hub because a lot of our content and stuff like that and visuals, we show glimpses of that online. So you can follow us on Instagram at Lords of the Thrift.
Lords of the Thrift.
And then if you're looking for our music, we update our link tree on there anytime we drop a new song or a new video. So
We
you can
streaming
just,
everywhere though.
yeah, you can just
Yeah.
go to the link tree and just stream everywhere.
Yeah, Thrift
Okay.
Lords on YouTube,
then-
Tumblr at Lords of the Thrift as well.
Then as
Right.
far as like cassettes, if you want cassettes, we have that on our
Bandcamp.
Yeah, on our
Lords of the
Bandcamp.
Thrift. Yeah.
Okay, all right,
Nice.
dope. All right, you guys got to get us these files so we can start doing some
Absolutely.
adding some music
Most definitely.
in here.
Absolutely. We got
All right, so we're gonna play Cool and Mellow. You know
All
what I
right.
mean?
Right?
For sure.
All right, so this premiere here at Our Radio, and after that, I'm gonna play one of my son's songs too, so let you guys
Please
check
do,
out,
man.
and we,
I mean,
can, and we'll go
sure.
from there.
Please do.
All right, you guys. So you're listening to All Radio. This is Trey Brew.
Like whatever's happening outside is controlled. Hey yo, my mood is June yellow. Monks groove and two cello. Sip booze with my fellows. The proof is in the jello. Yo. The game is to be sown. Look at my clothes. My guts nickel plated. Axe booty, yo. My mind been jaded. Dogs been painted. Web been Davis. Flow with lady never been fabricated. All the platinum football is the greatest. Golden gloves, golden gated. Flow like a butterfly. Purified with alkaline. No fear in me, son. I speak like I'm sanctified. Snakes in the grass. Machete on the damn dollar sign. Catch me on the corner. Fist high with the Palestine. I brag or I come all sad. Walk on the battlefield stagging. You might stagger off the stab and say your man with the cape and do-rag, doing the dab. One day I'll be super dad. Till then I'll be doing bad. Had cocked to the left. Fell out of grace. Head first hit the ground. Blood running down my face. In case you wondering, the flow cold like dominoes delivered in 4 below. I'm a shoe in the game with frostbit toes, but nobody knows. Y'all yes man, but I don't have to take their word for it. I know that I was destined. The formula on lock and key. You can't run the game with knock knees. You had it twisted till the knot broke. Act like nobody home. How you gon' knock me? Got that cool and mellow shit, bro. If I had it my way, I flip the bird every which way. Which way? Bird every which way. Sit on my ass and get head all day. All day. Word. And carry on as always. What they all say. Get the most high all praise.
You're listening to Trey Brew here on All Real Radio, and we do have Lords of Thrift still in the studio. You want to give some shout outs and let people know you have a show coming up? Tell us about it.
Yes.
All right. So before we close out, y'all, we do have a show coming up. It's gonna be called Texas Diaries Volume 4. And this is gonna be a show thrown by Virtual, a big friend and an amazing rapper and producer,
Vaporwave legend from Houston.
So just some of the cats that y'all will see there. We have Eno Obone, Baby Dave Jr., us, the Thrift Lords, Classic Static, Blue Star, a good friend of ours, and he's really like the third member of Thrift Lords, Alternate Skies.
Yeah, the producer we were talking about.
And then we have Yukari Cuts.
Yeah,
all right.
Cuts,
so it'll be at Avant Garden,
August 10th.
Texas. Y'all know where Avant Garden is
at.
Yes. Got to know.
If you don't, it's 411 Westheimer. So come out if y'all can.
Absolutely.
That's Saturday. What time?
Saturday, 9 o'clock. Starts at 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
Nice.
9 o'clock.
So you know what I'm saying? We don't gotta be no heat. Start 9 o'clock, come through, you know what I'm saying? The bar should be open so y'all can get a little bit of a sippy sip, you know what I'm saying? But this is going to be a good way for y'all to see what we're talking about. For all those people probably scratching their head wondering what Vaporwave is, come out to this event, Texas Diaries. This event is thrown to show people the correlation between Texas hip-hop and Vaporwave music, because we have Vaporwave specialists with rap, Texas, Houston rap, you know what I'm saying? Us, Baby Dave, there's a bunch of people, man. Virtual, he also raps too. Check his music out. Come through. We're going to have tapes, you know what I'm saying? A little bit of merch, you know what I mean? And we're going to definitely put our heart out on the stage, and we'd love to see you there.
Nice.
That's dope, man. That sounds like a good show.
Yes,
yes,
You know what I
it's
mean?
a good time.
Show.
Thanks for rocking with us today.
Thank you for having us. We hope this ain't the last time because, you know what I'm saying? If it's open invitation, we'll be pawing at your door any chance we get. So
Sounds
thank
good.
you for having us.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you for being
Thank
here.
you.
Thank you, for doing some, some good music.
Thank you.
And it's
Shout out
not that's
for
not
all
the
the-
norm. You know what I mean?
Thank you for spreading
Appreciate
good
it,
music,
brother.
man, and all you've done for, the Houston rap scene over the years, man. We
I appreciate that, man.
Definitely, man.
For
I
sure.
appreciate it. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right.
Much more to come.
Yeah.
sure.
All right, we
For
look
sure,
at
man.
we ready for
We'll be
it.
looking for
Much
sure.
more to come.
All right, y'all. Birthdays. A happy born day to Kelvin, the urban farmer. Happy born day to Sister Falami Hokulani. Happy born day to Enoch Muhammad. Happy born day also to Elliot Guidry and Pamela Renee Stamper. Also, Gonzo, the artist, Mario
shout out
Figueroa.
Gonzo.
Today's his born day. And also, organizer, community member Monica Zepeda. So, happy born day to all of you. Got some born days over there?
Okay, yeah, I do. Let me see here. All right. Happy born day to my homeboy Trevor Williams. This is interesting. This dude is responsible for getting Wu-Tang signed and what's the other dudes that signed?
Wow.
Yeah, he is him, and like he fell into the cracks. And I remember him telling me he was at Loud, and I forget the dude's name that was over Loud, was telling him, like, stay with me. And all these other labels were getting at him because
Steve Rifkin.
Steve Rifkin.
Yeah.
Right, that were getting at him because of what he did, how he brought, got Wu-Tang in and Mobb Deep, as a matter of fact.
Okay.
Dang.
But he didn't take these other meetings.
Yeah.
Because he felt the dude was going to do right by him.
Yeah.
And that's not what happened.
It's the game.
But yeah, he's a dope producer too. So he's so shout out to Trevor Williams,
Much
man.
respect. Thank you
All
for
right.
everything you've done.
Yeah, indeed. Happy born day to Shanae Muck Bullard. Happy born day to my homegirl Monica Steele, LA fam. Happy born day to Kim Hill. Happy born day to Christina Jones. Happy born day to my fam Scoot T. Happy born shout out to Compton out there. Happy born day to my homeboy Kwame Gammon. That's my Graham fam. Happy born day to Bradley Martin. And happy born day to Daphne Emmanuel. All right. You know what I'm saying? Happy born day to you, homeboy. I need to hit you up. Okay. Is that it?
Almost. I want
Okay.
to make sure to shout out our shows that are coming onto the lineup soon. We have new
Let me
shows.
say this real quick. So that's Rodney Beard. but happy born day to Rodney Beard.
Okay, yeah. Shout out to Rodney.
Okay.
All right. This Saturday at 11:30 a.m. we have a new show joining the lineup called Imagine That. We'll be discussing the art of play, how creativity enhances fulfillment and well-being with Henry G. Sanchez. So make sure to tune into that. I'll be on the boards, not saying anything that morning with my coffee, but I'll be here running the board. So shout out to Roselia. She's joining us for her weekly show. And then we have a second Mondays coming with DJ Big Reeks, returning to the lineup with Calmate Mondays at 12 noon. Calmate is a show about slowing down and calming your life for the better. We hope you begin to take notice of the elements that can elevate your mindset and well-being. That premieres on Monday, the 12th of August, again at 12 noon, and I'll be on the boards again.
Well, good.
'Cause
Hopefully,
Drew's
glad
gonna
you
be
are.
out of town.
Indeed. LA, I cometh.
Yeah, I'll be
I'm
working.
coming. I'm coming. All right.
Yes, I'll be reprising my former role of running all the things.
Back to you. Welcome. Welcome back.
Thanks again, y'all, for being here.
Peace,
Thank
love,
y'all.
y'all.
Yeah, you want to tell them how we close?
Oh,
We
okay.
close together.
Yeah, we close together. So, basically, I'm going to count off 1, 2, 3, and that'll be peace.
Peace.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So that's pretty easy. All right. So you guys, everybody out there, love on somebody that loves you back. Enjoy your day. And if you're making music, don't do the things that everybody's doing.
Please don't.
You know what I mean? Everybody's doing
You
it.
got enough of it, man.
You know what I mean? Your parents, a lot of y'all running around looking like your mom dressed you already. You know what I mean? Because you have high dollar pieces on, but you don't even know how to put them together.
What to
It's
do with
weird.
them, bro.
You know what I'm saying? And the music
with it.
sounds weird that goes along with it for a lot of you
Okay.
guys, man. I'm just saying.
Go back to the basics.
Yeah, go back to the basics, man. Do something fresh. That's part of hip hop. Biting is not allowed.
Yes.
Everybody's doing the same thing.
Come on, man.
All right, you guys. You guys have a great day. Don't hurt anybody. Don't hurt yourself.
Please.
And I'm sure everything's gonna be cool.
Peace.